They found Dylan and told him he could finally leave this place, and he was so happy. He looked like a kid, totally not noticing Lily next to him. Lily's face showed an expression as if she had fallen into a rice dumpling, tears welling up, while Dylan celebrated, oblivious to everyone in the restaurant awaiting Benjamin's bankruptcy announcement. Benjamin resolved to run the zoo with his wife's inheritance. Everyone rejoiced as if winning the lottery, but his brother deemed it self-destructive. As the opening day drew near, everyone at the zoo was working like they were on a caffeine high. Their one goal was to get the zoo ready for opening. Time flew by, and everyone was working like headless chickens, hoping to revive this once neglected place. Yet amidst all the hustle, Dylan seemed lost in his own little universe, as if his life was wrapped in a canvas. Lily hadn't reached out to Dylan since his last cold shoulder. As the opening day approached, Benjamin took his daughter to the supermarket to stock up on zoo essentials. When he took out the zoo credit card, the clerk asked in surprise, "Do you work there?" Benjamin replied, "Sure. I'm the owner." The cashier, skeptical, asked for a ticket to bring friends on opening. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until the old tiger suddenly had a problem. It stopped eating fresh food and barely moved, but Benjamin just wouldn't give up, much like he wouldn't face his current situation. "I love you. Pound I times a ring a Chinese letter. Pound copyright. Try to stay with me and keep up, buddy. We're nearly there. You have to keep pace." He sadly returned to his room, dug up an old photo album, but didn't have the guts to go through it, and sealed. That day, the tiger climbed a rock and refused to descend. Kelly knew her life and death moment had come. Continuing like this was pointless. He was suffering every day, yet Benjamin refused to accept this reality, believing that life was the greatest meaning. Kelly angrily shouted at him, "Look, I feel like I'm torturing myself here. He's in serious pain. Can you see it, dude? He's really suffering. I can't just sit and watch." Hey, he's in so much pain. Even though they can't say it, they express it through body language. Wait, what is this? Don't make me angry, because that's a big issue. I know what needs to be done. I'm embarrassed for you. You don't even get what I'm saying. Later, Kelly realized his problems, went to Benjamin's home, prepared pizza for the kids, and stayed until Benjamin drove back late at night. For the first time, he told Kelly why he moved here. His wife's departure made his old home a place he avoided. Every time he passes the restaurant or corner they frequented, including their first meat calf, he detours to avoid sweet memories. It pained me even more, especially the kids. They reminded me of my wife, especially Dylan's eyes. Every time he looked at me, it was like my wife was looking back, but his eyes lacked her easygoing vibe. Their conversation was overheard by Dylan upstairs, who thought this was why Dad hated him. He hated that his eyes looked just like Mom's. He rushed upstairs angrily, Dad following to explain, "It's not like that. I love you, son. I want to be a good dad." But Dylan thought Dad was just squandering the money Mom left for them. Subtitle: Dylan cried out in distress. "I really don't like it here, and we're constantly arguing, Dad and I. Because I'm your father, and I'm the one who loves you the most. I'm the person who loves you the most in this world." After calming down, Benjamin told his son, "So your mom's ill, and I couldn't give you a better childhood, but I have another to care for. A 7-year-old girl who still believes in the Easter Bunny. How could you break your sister's beautiful illusion? So we have to work together to give her a perfect childhood." But the son said, "What about my childhood? You never asked me how I was doing, or taught me how to shave. I'll teach you how to shave. Come on, let's give it a shot." The next morning, the first rays of sunshine streamed into the zoo, and after a night of reflection, Dylan realized Dad was a reliable guy. He approached his dad, sat, and had their first open talk. Dad asked about him and Lily. Dylan confessed his liking for Lily, but lacked the words. Dad said, "Sometimes 20 seconds of insane courage is enough. I guarantee things will turn out well." The father and son said what they needed to say, and Dylan urged Dad not to fixate on the tiger issue since he had already done his best. Dylan reminded Dad, "Don't keep living in pain. The ones who are alive need to keep on living." Benjamin took his son's advice and decided not to let the tiger suffer anymore. Ever since they worked through their issues, Dylan's heart began to brighten up, and those dark feelings were replaced by the sweet animals in the zoo. This father-son reunion was like a storm. After the storm, a beautiful spring rain fell. The animals were thriving. Turtles strolled on the grass. Bunnies chased each other, and even Rose's favourite peacocks were signalling new life. The brother fretted, prepped for tomorrow's check, bringing 2 full boxes of bear food. Nothing makes people happier than food, and even the chunky bears couldn't resist. These delicious treats surprisingly cured his depression, and the next day they faced the pre-opening inspection, but in a panic, Kelly realized the lock was broken and had to fix it before the inspection.